Welcome to LUTV News InFocus, where we feature interesting topics on campus, in the community, and in the world of culture. I am Clinton Essien. The Student Government Association took initiative to get the Lamar Cardinal football team registered to vote and be prepared for Election Day. Jasmine Patin, SGA Vice President, was part of this process and here to tell us more. How's it going, Jasmine?
Pretty great. How are you all?
We're doing fine. How was the process of getting the football team to register to vote?
The process of getting the football team registered to vote, it was actually a really great process. And it was, in my opinion, fairly easy. Their coach, Coach Cameron, actually reached out to myself and wanted to know, could we assist them in getting some of their players registered to vote? Because some of the times that we were doing voter registration on campus, it didn't align with the players' schedule. So we found a time in which all the players would be available, and we went out actually to their complex to register those players to vote. So now we can say that with our term within our year Student Government Association, we've managed to get the entire football team registered to vote.
Was it a hard process or was it an easygoing process?
I would say it was an easy process for our side of it. I know maybe Coach Cameron would say it was a little bit more planning on his side as far as aligning all the players' schedules and things like that. But registering to vote, it never takes very long. It's like a 2 to 3 minute process filling out the form. So it was, to me, fairly easy, and it was actually nice being able to say that we helped an entire athletics team in getting their players registered.
What athletic team do y'all plan on getting registered to vote?
As of right now, we're in the process of planning that. So if any team is in need of us going register their players to vote, we're open to that. We've been in communication with a few head of those teams. So we're looking out for that right now. I know tomorrow we're actually going to register some students from the Honors College in the morning. So we're really just going wherever we're needed.
What do students need to bring with them to register to vote?
I would recommend students bringing their driver's license, just so you can have that on file. In the form, you do have to either put the last 4 of your social. You may not remember that, but it'll be good for you to bring your driver's license, because at least you'll have that information down to put your driver's license number on that. So for my recommendation, that'll probably be the only thing I think that any student needs to bring with them is their driver's license or ID.
Where do students need to go on campus to vote during election?
During election in November, the Montaigne Center is actually going to be a site for voting. So students will have the opportunity. They don't really have to leave campus to be able to vote. I forgot the exact date, but it will be in November from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and students will have the opportunity to vote there. And if students also want to participate in early voting, in SGA, we're doing an initiative called Drive to Vote. So we're going to be bringing students from campus to voting polls for early voting October 13th and 14th. And we're doing this in partnership with the Lamar University Police Department.
So for people who don't have vehicles on campus, if they wanted to vote during November 3rd, Election Day, how can they get to the Montaigne Center?
For those students, the Montaigne Center, I would say it is a walking distance, so they will be able to make it to that. And for students who don't have a vehicle who want to participate in early voting in October, at least for the date of the 13th and the 14th, they'll be able to be provided rides from us and the police department. So that'll be something students have. All students will at least have 3 opportunities to vote, 2 being from Student Government Association and 1 being the Montaigne being a voting site. But that'll be a little bit later in the semester. Montaigne being a voting site will be in November, and early voting is in October.
Or how did y'all team up with the police department for this?
We contacted Mr. Hector Flores, which is the chief of police for LUPD. And, those are who you always have to go through as far as the shuttles and getting those routes changed. And our secretary, Talia, actually worked with him for shuttle related issues. So we knew that would be a great resource to tap into for that. So we reached out to him and they were really helpful. So they're going to definitely be, they're happy to be doing it with us as well. So we have 2 days for that, and it will be the shuttle bringing those students. So it'll be employees who work for LUPD as well.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching LUTV News in Focus. To see more content from LUTV News, follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.